Welcome back to KSN News at 4. Saturday, it is a special day in Chanute, the small town celebrating a big birthday for one of its own. I want to bring in KSN's Jason Lamb now. And Jason, you took a road trip to southeast Kansas to meet its oldest living citizen.
Yeah, Jeff. Margaret Hollinshead was born on April 22nd, 1911 in Chanute. At age 112, she's the oldest person living in the state of Kansas. Just imagine all the history Margaret has witnessed throughout her remarkable lifetime. The southeast Kansas town of Chanute is home to many historical homes and buildings. On the west side, living inside the Senior Living Center, is one of the town's true treasures.
Margaret, what do you think about being 112? You still think you're 90, don't you?
Margaret Hollinshead will turn 112 on Saturday. On this day, she was pretty tired, and it was clear the senior living director, Barbie Bond, would be answering my questions. Before I arrived, a group of elementary school children stopped by to perform for the birthday girl, who taught music to 4 generations of Chanute students until she retired 47 years ago.
So we had the kids in, and she really interacted with the children while they were singing with her and everything. She goes like this, like she's directing them.
Want a drink?
And I found out shortly before I showed up, Margaret swigged her favorite drink, Bacardi rum and Coke.
What do you think has let you live to be 112? Is it that cigarette and a rum and Coke every day? All things in moderation?
Margaret was wheeled back to her suite to sleep, so I headed downtown to the Cardinal Drugstore, where there's another piece of history I had to see. This is believed to be one of the oldest and last soda machines in Kansas. So yes, I had to enjoy a Coke. Thank you. And that original all-brass 1908 cash register is one of the few things in town that outdates Margaret. Just think about what she's lived through. The president the year she was born was the hefty William Howard Taft. We've had 19 presidents since Taft. She was a child during World War I. She lived through the Great Depression, World War II, JFK. She outlived Chanute's most famous person, Hall of Fame basketball coach Ralph Miller, who coached at Wichita before it was known as Wichita State. He was born when Margaret was 8. Margaret and Sharon Carpenter were members of the Chanute Historical Society.
A really wonderful person to be able to know, because she could just give us stories about this house, that house, who lived there, you know.
I returned to the senior center, where Margaret moves her lips but doesn't say a word.
So Saturday at 2, we'll have a big birthday celebration here. The public is invited. Anybody, all of her old students, her former students, a lot of them are going to be here.
It's amazing. I mean, and you know, like I say, to me it's sad to think that she's at that age and not really, I don't think, can say enjoying it. Whereas, you know, in her 90s, I think she was still, you know, able to enjoy things that were going on.
You look at me.
And I couldn't leave without asking what the secret is to living a long, healthy life.
She'll typically tell you it's her rum and Coke and a cigarette. One a day and keeps the doctor away.
Wow. Of course, I should have known the answer. Should have known what that was going to be, right?
Right.
We checked with a couple of state agencies to verify that Margaret is indeed the oldest person in the state of Kansas, and she is. One database lists her as the 16th oldest person in the United States. And of course, we wish her a another happy birthday. What
A remarkable life she has lived and touched so many people as a teacher, retiring basically the year I was born. You know, so she's been retired as long as I've been alive. But
same here.
Just amazing. Happy birthday to Margaret on Saturday. That is really cool. Jason, thanks. By the way, the average lifespan in the U.S. It's getting longer. Data from the United Nations Population Division shows in 2021, nearly 90,000 Americans were 100 or older. That's nearly double what it was just 20 years prior. There are several factors causing this: public health and medical advances being the top, followed by better lifestyle choices. By the way, rum, coke, and cigarette did not make the list as one of the reasons people are living longer.
Didn't think so.
And in case you're wondering who has lived the longest in the world, it is a French woman born in 1875. She died in 1997, making her 122.
The oldest American at the moment is 115.
So there you go. Margaret's not far behind. Jason, thank you so much.